Welcome to Thursday's first video. First story is about Eritrean Catholic Bishop Abune Marim Hagos. Yesterday we received some unconfirmed reports that Abune Marim Hagos had been released from a prison. He was arrested in October. We have an update for you. Secondly, Tigray police is in the making. We know that Tigray fighters are being disarmed. TPLF fighters, Tigray fighters are surrendering their heavy weapons. Reportedly, they have surrendered some heavy weapons. And they are being issuing demobilization cards too. Meanwhile, of course, Tigray's security cannot be neglected too. So that is why Tigray police is being formed. Though details are sketchy, nothing is being shared by Tigray regional government, Ethiopian federal government. But in one city of Tigray, it is being said that the police, Tigray police, has taken control of the security of the city. And federal forces have entered this city too. There were no federal forces in this city. Thirdly, UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres has arrived in Ethiopia. He was warmly welcomed by PM Abiy. Meetings have been held between PM Abiy and Antonio Guterres. What is the purpose of this visit? Because last year, Ethiopia was accusing UN and other agencies of supporting TPLF. We saw that at a UN Security Council meeting, there was exchange of some, not hot words, but there was exchange of some heated discussions between Antonio Guterres and Ethiopian representative of the UN last year. But a lot has happened after that. It seems that relations have improved. Now, what does Ethiopia want from the UN? Firstly, viewers, Eritrea. We know that in October, a Catholic bishop was arrested in Eritrea, Abune Marim Hagos. He returned to Eritrea from a foreign trip. He arrived on Asmara airport, and when he landed there, he was arrested. Since then, he's been in prison. In October, I think the 15th of October, he was arrested. And since then, we have been seeing protests for the release of Abune Hagos. A protest was held in Vatican City, one in London, another one was held in Washington, I think. Yesterday, some Ugandan Catholic sources with some links in Eritrea claimed that Abune Marim Hagos had been released from prison. We reported too. Since then, we've been trying to reconfirm, but we could not reconfirm so far. Government is silent, as it was silent when the bishop was arrested, but I think it needs more verification. So it's too early to say if he is out of prison or not. Several other sources reject this news. They say that Abune Marim Hagos is still in prison. So I'll update you in coming videos if we receive some credible information about imprisonment or release of Abune Marim Hagos. Secondly, viewers, Tigray police is in the making. Tigray forces are being disarmed. Tigray fighters are surrendering heavy weapons. In a previous video, we shared details of types of heavy weapons being surrendered by Tigray fighters, and the heavy weapons were mainly tanks, MLRS, artillery pieces, etc. But obviously, Tigray needs a police force to ensure that security situation remains under control in Tigray. a police force is in the making in Tigray, but again details are not being shared by Tigray regional government, Ethiopian federal government. We are receiving some reports from some cities of Tigray. There reportedly Tigray police is in the making. Recruitments are underway and the police is taking over the affairs, the security of some cities of Tigray. Reportedly in Adagarat, Tigray police is in charge of the security. Several questions. Who are the members of this police? Are they former Tigray regional police members? Or they new recruits? Or are they Tigray fighters? It's not clear. But reportedly Tigray police is in the making in some cities of Tigray, especially in Adagarat. Adagarat has been under Tigray control. EDF, ENDF, they managed to reach close to Adagarat, but they could not enter Adagarat. Adagarat remained under TDF control. And reportedly, federal military has also entered Adagarat through some mutual bilateral understanding between Tigray regional government and Ethiopian federal government. I think federal police entered Mekelle too, we reported around 24 hours ago. Reportedly, federal military has entered Adagarat too, but Tigray police is there. It means that Tigray police will work there in collaboration with Ethiopian federal military in Adagarat. We could see similar setup in Mekelle, in other cities which are under Tigray control. All of it is happening through understanding, through talks, peacefully, no disagreement. Disarmament is also underway gradually. So we can say that so far so good. Peace deal is being implemented. Yes, Tigray police will be formed, but Tigray police cannot be as big as TDF. TDF had more than 200,000 soldiers. Tigray police would be around 20,000. And it cannot be armed with heavy weapons. Police forces in Ethiopian regions cannot have tanks, artillery pieces, MLRS. That is why heavy weapons are being surrendered reportedly by Tigray forces. We don't know how many have been surrendered, but process has started. Thirdly, viewers, Antonio Guterres, UN Secretary General, has landed in Addis Ababa. A few hours ago, he arrived in Ethiopia. He held a meeting with PM Abiy. PM Abiy welcomed him personally, though it was being said that PM Abiy should snub him because the UN agencies, UN organization tried to support the PLF last year, this year too. But PM Abiy welcomed him. Why is he here? Antonio Guterres is here to participate in African Union UN conference. 6th annual African Union UN conference is going to be held in Addis Ababa, Ethiopian capital. In Addis Ababa, there is African Union's headquarters. And Moussa Faki, African Union chairperson, was also seen with Antonio Guterres when Guterres met with Abiy. So, Ethiopia needs UN. Why? Because we know that Ethiopia is relying on UN aid, UN wheat, UN other UN medical supplies and other items are arriving in Tigray. UN is working in drought-hit areas of Ethiopia too. Agencies are working in Afar, Amhara, Somali region, Oromia. Ethiopia is one of the largest recipients of foreign humanitarian aid. Ethiopia wants to be a major recipient of this assistance. UN has its own agenda. UN works closely with the US. And for the US, Ethiopia is of importance because US wanted to curtail increasing Chinese and Russian influence in the Horn of Africa. Eritrea already at Russian Chinese camp. Had Ethiopia joined Russian Chinese camp, it would have been a blow to American geopolitical ambitions. In Sudan as well, Russia was planning to establish a naval base, but US intervened and the project has been suspended provisionally, you can say. And US intervened in Ethiopia as well, where we were seeing that China, Russia were enhancing their influence. So UN working here, Ethiopia needs UN support. Guterres here, maybe we could see some new announcements for delivery of humanitarian aid, increased aid to Ethiopia in Guterres' ongoing visit of Ethiopia. Thank you for watching.